Howdy folks, welcome back to SnowRunner. We're on Lake Kovd. Got 2 or 3 jobs lined up depending on what I have time for. We're going to start off with self-contained antique. I'm going to jump in the M134 over here, pick up a TUZ 166 and deliver it right there. That shouldn't take too long. Next thing I've got set up is going from the rail yard over here somewhere to Harbor Village, and if we have time for it in this video, take the Maz and do these points that are all running up this way. So let's get going. Let's start tracking on this. Switch to the M134. Go to the map. Figure out how we're getting there. Looks like it's right here. And it has to go over there. Worry about that when we get there. Fire up the controller. And away we go. M134 is way down here at the end of the track because that's where I picked up an upgrade. It's easier to run the track if you keep it just like this. But you start hitting the rails and that happens. SnowRunner mods website, and downloaded a couple new vehicles. But I haven't been to the garage to check them out. I have to go to the store and buy them. And right now I already have 3 pieces of equipment in the field. So I believe this is already active. Yeah, already started the tracking. It's up in the corner there. Just need to get this in a position where I can get out of here once I hook it up. That should be it. So I can knock down the fence. Either knock down the outhouse or go around it. Job didn't say anything about repairing it or refueling it. Just drag it there. And up over here. There's this road, which goes in there. That's all down below the hill, but I guess we go around like this. Shooting off cross country doesn't look too good with all the rocks, big boulders. So I guess we'll follow the roads this time. Oh yeah, this is all the smashed up rail cars or whatever it was. I forget. This is the other debris that you have to go around. Actually, no. Turn right here. And it's way back in the corner. There we go, let's get going on that one. switch to Cola Expedition Forgotten Prototype. Start tracking. And then we'll switch to the Ultimate Scoutstar. This was an unbelievable push to get in. Look how the assets all went up and shit. I'll fix it once I'm out of it. But the original wheels, Loadstar, with the chain tires, I tried getting one of these. The only way to get in is to come up between the two lines of cars right there, and then climb over these big concrete slabs. Well, it doesn't let you climb over them. You get stuck on them. You end up winching to the steel pole there. Ideally, you get all the way down here and you turn around and you come up over this one and then just hop down. Or you come up this side and you turn and hop down, and straight across works the best. But you've got this other slab sticking out like that. That doesn't let you get up on this one. You've got all these over here that don't want to let you crawl over them. See that one laying there? I totally destroyed the other Loadstar with the tire chains in the last video. Utterly destroyed it. It's crap. Busted the fuel tank, busted the transmission, busted the engine, and only had 100 repair parts. Needed like something like 350. So we went back to the garage, and I brought out the Ultimate Scoutstar. Started trying to get it back here. Busted the fuel tank open. Would have enough repair parts to fix it. Did all this other damage you can see. Getting it down here and then over. Now there's another way to come in. But it seems like they have it set up so you can only go out that way. You'll see what I mean in just a minute. They have a big pile of steel scrap. And when you try to climb over it, you just bang into it. But from this direction, once you're in here, you want to get out. in Michigan, Alaska, and Tamir, I never did any of the timed contests until I had everything else done and they were the only thing left. I don't think I want to follow that same method of playing the game in this one. I think I want to get rid of these as I come upon them, or when it's convenient to do so. The historians from the nearby camp have been asking for me for some time to see what kind of railway carriages tipped over not far from here. I kind of forgot. Could you do that me and let them know? Well, that's the shit we were just trying to get past. And then the camp, I was out there. Well, that really has nothing to do with getting back to the other place. Although I could maybe jam that in and then pick up this job again. Oh, I was going to fix the Scoutstar now that I'm out. Fuel it up again. You know, from the camp, there's containers to drag to other places. So maybe I'll wait on this until I can do that job. I can combine doing this time contest, which leaves me at the camp, and then from the camp I can drag those containers to where they gotta go. So yeah, I'll just make my way back to Harbor Village. I have to figure out the best way. See, there's a road there. Go across the ice field. Go around these rock piles. That looks really bad through there. And this is all treed. So maybe stick to this more southern route, cross the ice sheet, get back on this road, and then head north. That looks like the way to do it. I haven't ran this map enough to be familiar with it. I'm vaguely familiar with it. I cleared this map when it was on the public test server. But that doesn't mean that doesn't mean I remember shit. I remember that the one thing that stands out in my mind, whoops, I'm going the wrong way. The one thing that stands out in my mind is that running across these ice fields, running across these frozen lakes is like a superhighway compared to these rough-ass, rutted, shitty roads. You can go pretty much go full out across these ice fields. Unless you get into a boulder field. They'll throw a boulder field in the middle of the ice, or they'll throw in spots that are impassable because you break through. They'll throw in spots where there's a river running across the top of the ice, and it's just hit or miss if you can get across or if you're going to fall through. So you have to have a vehicle with big tires and a tall suspension. Alright. Seems a shame to leave that time contest sitting there undone, but I can tie it in later with doing the other job, moving those containers. I don't know, I don't remember what the name of the job is. But you have to haul a couple of those big sleds from one camp to the other two. Now I was in the neighborhood to do this prototype job. After getting rid of the trailer, the fuel trailer at the south camp, it was just down the road a piece to get to the rail yard and do this prototype job. I recorded delivering the trailer to the south camp. I did not record simply moving the equipment to the rail yard. Almost wish, after seeing what a total frickin' bitch it was, I almost wish I had recorded it. So you guys could have seen for yourself what was going on. Damn it. Oh yeah, I was gonna fix this thing, wasn't I? Let me stop and do that now that I'm on to some decent stuff here. I gotta fuel it up too. Fortunately, this thing carries lots of repair points and lots of fuel. See, this is what I used off the roof rack yesterday to fix it. And there's still lots left. Now it's 0. The suspension needs 610? No, it's got 610 out of 850. It needs 240 more. Wish you could use the tires as repair points. You know, if you don't need them to repair flat tires, then use them for repair points. Now it's no damage. I have 110 repair points left. Now for fuel. In other maps where I had recovery missions, oh, the prototype has 120 liters. I ain't gonna touch that. I want to do the roof rack first. Lighten up the roof rack first. Help center gravity. As I started to say, in other missions, I use this Scoutstar with its excessive amount of repair points and fuel to do vehicle recoveries. So I could pull up and repair it, refuel it, and most of the time haul it off. One time when it was a big truck, after I repaired it and refueled it, I used one of my Tegas to haul it to where it was going. And the Scoutstar, I just went and fixed up and refueled a different vehicle. Hopping from one piece of equipment to the other, you know. Whichever piece of equipment is best for the job. And this Scoutstar with the Tega tires is getting around better than the other Loadstar with 47-inch chain tires. It had 47-inch mud tires with chains on them. And a mid-range race suspension. Granted, the suspension could go higher. There's 5 suspension choices on it, and I had it on the 3rd setting. So it could go higher, which would help with it getting high-centered. But that doesn't, just because you put the suspension higher doesn't mean you can put bigger tires on it. Now, that vehicle started out with Tega tires on it, the same as this. I thought with all the snow and ice that chained tires, oops, trail had a bad bounce in it or something. I thought putting chain tires on it would help with the snow and ice. But then I get high centered on rocks. I get stuck in these icy mud bogs. I totally destroyed it trying to get over those concrete blocks at the rail yard. So it went back to the garage. And I had to drive this all the way out to the rail yard from the garage. So even though I'm winching off that tree, this thing is doing better than the other vehicle with chains. Straight up flat sheets of ice, or like those icy rocks we've gone across a couple times, is where the chains are nice. But those are the only 2 conditions where the chains mean shit. This icy road here, having chains would keep it on the road better. But all I need to do to compensate for not having chains is just modulate the throttle, control my speed. I could probably move through here faster with chains on. But that's debatable, even. Because even with the chains, I've had trouble controlling the steering on the ice. I've been sliding around on the ice even with chains. Now chains would get me up this hill without slipping and sliding. But then when I hit the mud, they would reduce traction. This game. Oh look, a telephone pole that I can run into. Let's swerve that way. Oh look, there's a rock over there. I better swerve towards it. I love it when I'm holding the steering just directly straight forward and the truck takes a sharp right or left turn all of its own accord. Except, and I believe you get to keep the prototype trailer. I don't know why. But it said in the rewards, it says right there in front of you, rewards is the prototype exploration unit. So I don't know what you're supposed to do with it now. I mean, I'm just gonna... How close am I to the garage? I'm right near the garage, ain't I? Yeah. If I can get this thing whipped around, maybe I'll leave it at the garage. What's the factory skyline job? I didn't start that one? Well, we gotta take care of that. That's right. As I opened up the watchtowers, more tasks showed up. I did come through here once and open up or accept every task that was available at the time. But as I opened up watchtowers, more of these jobs started showing up. Maybe factory skyline is something where you deliver the trailer, I don't know. These deserted places have been a charm of their own, don't you think? I even used to work here some 30 years ago. Never mind, it used to be a factory. Let us go take a look at how it's holding up. All they want you to do is drive up there. I'll take a look at what it is, but I don't think I'm going to screw with it right now. Map. Explore auxiliary storage, loading area, main workshop garage. I've got another job like this. Rural Spelunker. Explore the ruined warehouse. Explore the lake cabin. Explore the guardhouse on the rock. The house on the mountain. And the forest cabin that runs you all over the map. All over the whole map. There's another one. Yeah, explore the community center, the remote house, the ranger's cabin, and the house with a garden. Now those are all in the same area. Look at where those are. and then switch back to factory skyline and look at where all those pop up. These are all right here, those are all right there, and then that other one, I mean, they're all over the place. They're down here, over here, over here, over here, up here, way up here, over here. So you could take a tour of the whole map. You could just have that job activated as you drive around the map. And pick up those points as you go. But this one and the other job are more concentrated in specific areas. I believe this is actually at the sawmill, and every area that you have to check out is blocked by containers or piles of lumber or something. So you have to figure out a way to get over all that shit or around it to get into the spot that you want to get to. It's set up like a maze or a puzzle. So anyways, I'm going to run this over to the garage. I'll probably put away the Scoutstar and then hop in the Maz. And run these marks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And that puts me right over here. If I can do something with being right over there, I'm not sure. But that's where the quest goes to. The time quest goes from here to there. And that mission, this mission, runs me from here to there. Maybe I can run the timed mission and then move the containers with the Maz. Maybe. The Maz is sitting right there. So that's the plan that I will execute in the next one. We're gonna take a little picture of the northern lights. Wish that flag wasn't sitting there. But when I'm done recording, I'll go to settings and I'll take everything off the screen and then I'll take a better picture. But thanks for watching, and we'll see you in the next one.